baseball color fever. I really got a baseball color fever. It started with my very first pack.
Hey, what is up, collectors? Diego here with another Sports Cards Detour. I have a response video for RJ Collects Sets. He had asked for a lineup of the best players for your favorite team, whether that be a football team. You can have 10 players that represent them. You can have the starting lineup for your hockey team or your basketball team, and have some of the greatest players that played for your team in your opinion. And I have to say in your opinion, because everybody's opinion is different of who's some of the greatest. Like there are textbook greatest. No, we're great. Like for me, it's the Philadelphia Phillies. Everybody knows that Mike Schmidt is the best third baseman of all time, kind of thing. So it goes kind of without saying, but then when you get into your team, you're thinking about guys that you've seen play or you think had made a big impact for your team. So, and what I have is a poster that's on the wall behind this camera, and I used this in response videos before for making your lineup for your favorite Phillies, or make your favorite Phillies lineup. And I got this idea back when the old show Boy Meets World was on. He had like a board that had like a baseball field, and he had all the players in it, and I kind of mimicked that. I keep on changing this every so often, and I do have some changes to this lineup for RJ Collects Sets response. I do have a couple different ones from the one he has, so I'm gonna flip the camera around and let's take a look at it. This poster here I've used for like make my own lineup type of response videos and stuff like that. But right now I'm using it for RJ Collects Sets because a lot of the players that are on here would be my top players for my team, my all-time greats in my opinion. We'll start with the pitcher, of course. You have Steve Carlton. Best pitcher the Phillies ever had. I know we have Roy Halladay, who left an impression on us, and we consider him one of our own, but he's mostly a Toronto guy. But Steve Carlton definitely had it. Cole Hamels, want to put him in there, but for this, I'm going to say Steve Carlton would be the best pitcher in the Phillies organization. For me, as much as I like Darren Daulton, I think Mike Lieberthal just gets a raw deal because the teams he played on. I think he was always a good player. Mike Lieberthal, I watched him play, and he was one of my favorites right there with Scott Rowland. As I was transitioning from not listening to my dad and becoming a Phillies fan, like hardcore, Mike Lieberthal is another one of those guys that I just rooted for, and I thought he was really good at what he did. He kept a pretty good, solid batting average. I can't remember him going to any other team to play, so he was played for the Phillies the whole time. He made the Wall of Fame. So I got it. I'm giving Mike Lieberthal in the catcher position, number 2. We can see Ryan Howard right there, the big piece, as my first baseman. I got to give it to the big piece, man. Like, one of my favorites there. And then, of course, everybody knows Mike Schmidt, one of the best National League third basemen to ever play the game. He's definitely got to get that spot at third, although I like Scott Rowland, but Scott Rowland wasn't here as long. Most of his career was played everywhere else, and Mike Schmidt has been a lifer. So definitely I have to give him some credit there for Mike Schmidt. I can't give it to anybody else, For my second baseman and shortstop combo, we have Chase Utley and Jimmy Rollins. Ryan Howard, I forgot to mention, Ryan Howard's on the Hall of Fame candidacy. Like, he's got a shot at the Hall of Fame type of thing, so that even secures that Ryan Howard should be there. But Jimmy Rollins is on the Hall of Fame ballot, so he is definitely like the shortstop when it comes to the Phillies. Has the most hits as a Philly, so he's definitely got to be there. And then Chase Utley, I can't think of another second baseman that was that played here long enough that would be that good. Yeah, I can't think of a second baseman. Juan Samuel, maybe. But Chase Utley has to get the notch there for second baseman. Then in the outfield, I never got to see these two guys play, either in videos or anything, but I do know the history, and Chuck Klein and Richie Ashburn definitely got to be up there in the the Phillies all-time greats. I've been lucky enough to see the infield on the field, like mostly everybody on the infield. I got to see them play at some point in my lifetime, but these two guys I didn't. But their history that they left is pretty impressive, so they definitely got to get the notch there. Now, you see Jason Worth there. For my response video, I had Jason Worth in there because I wanted a right-handed bat. I always believed that Ryan Howard actually got some help with having Jason Worth be the righty that was in the lineup. So that's why I had him in the lineup response video. But a guy who I think would fit the bill more for all-time Phillies, I want to go with Bobby Abreu. I know Bobby Abreu kind of lackadaisical when it came to the outfield, but man, he had quite a career with the Phillies. And I didn't learn to appreciate it until after he went to the Yankees and he continued on with his hitting and stuff like that. But he was actually a really good hitter, good extra base hitter, but his fielding was questionable. You know what I mean? So that makes it kind of hard to make him one of the best Phillies. He may be on the borderline of longevity, but there is a guy that's up and coming, might actually be one of the all-time greats if he fulfills the contract and he has a year like this year. Already won MVP for the Phillies already, and that's Bryce Harper. Bryce Harper, if he continues on and he becomes more Philadelphia than anything else, you know, after these 12 years here, man, he would be like one of the all-time greats. He would be like right there replacing that card. Even if I need any other kind of, if I had to make a lineup, he would be in that lineup batting for us. So right now, it's probably a Abreu spot, but Bryce Harper will be coming in there soon enough. So that's my lineup. I think the only two differences from me and RJ, who also likes the Phillies, the only two differences would probably be Abreu and Mike Lieberthal. He had Darren Dalton in there. All the respect to Darren Dalton. I feel like Darren Dalton should be in there, but I just feel like Mike Lieberthal had something special himself. But that's just my opinion, and that's what I have for you. Thanks for watching this long, extended video. Until next time, guys.